I feel like the real life Superman. Fly as fuck and not plain.
Did you know we were recording, or were you just that was your natural conversation?
I miss just putting that out there. I forget where that bar's from. Someone said I'm fly as fuck, but I'm not plain. I think that's one of the funniest bars of all time.
Well, it doesn't even come up on a casual search, so maybe you made it up.
Maybe I did make it up. I could keep going. Ball so hard, basketball game. And they say white people can't rap. They said that about me, and they pushed me. They pushed me down the stairs in the locker room.
You know I had to do it to him.
Yeah. You know how it be.
I can't wait for your Tupac style All Eyes on Me rap biopic about how you were bullied into becoming the best rapper alive, showing those black guys that you could rap just as cool as they could.
Dude, I'm gonna be like the new age Demon Dice. I don't know if you know who that is. Brief side mission. I want you to. We'll cut out the listening of it portion. I want you to look up on YouTube and screen share it. Demon Dice Snake Eyes, and I want you to listen to this song. If you can look up a lyrics page as well.
Okay.
So you can
Snake Eyes.
This is one of those awesome songs. I don't know if you've heard an awesome song like this before.
This is awful.
It's the worst song I've ever heard, yeah.
Like there's no flow at all.
I know, it's just white person like speed rap, but it's not even like I don't even know what the fuck is going on here. Here's the chorus. I like the evil laugh in the background. It's one of my favorite bits.
So this is there's a genre of music, and I don't know how to describe it, but like it's not like there's a cohesive theme to all of them insofar as like, oh, they sound the same, but like you can tell just by when you listen to it that's like some 12 to 16-year-old autistic person really enjoys listening to this on their bus commute to school, because it's like, this really speaks to me. Not like you know, all the top 40 slop. This is real music.
This is good. They say
what do I
lick the window, you know?
What do you call that? Autism
window
core?
liquor music.
Window liquor music. I like that.
I invented a new slur, chat. It's called window liquor. However, next time I see a fucking autistic person walking down the street, I'm gonna say fucking window liquor under my breath.
I like it.
Yeah, thank you. What's up, little comers? It's Composting, back at it again. The most adjective podcast in the whole world. I'm joined today by my adjective co-host, Niels Soypill.
Hey, what's up?
Hello. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling, despite some of the films we watched, very uninspired. I'm uninspired.
We're having an uninspired. I'm pissed off, frankly. I don't know. It was just one of those days where I didn't want to wake up. You know, I just felt the urge to start breaking things around me. You know.
I know what you mean. I was just off because I saw your Letterboxd review for the only movie that I liked out of the 3 we watched.
Yeah, just because you look like him doesn't mean that you have to like it.
You think I look like Brad Pitt? Thanks.
No. I think that you look like fucking John C. Reilly. You're like hunky John C. Riley. I didn't want to ever tell you that.
Not till today, but now I'm sure a lot of people are going to start telling me that.
That's awesome. That's a great thing. You know, this show, it follows people. You know, it
sticks with them.
It tarnishes your legacy.
Yeah. No, unironically, I'm waiting until you get popular enough that people are like, why are you doing a show with a communist? Like, are you hiding your power level, Soy Pill? And then they watch like any episode and watch you shit on me for being too right wing for you.
Dude, and then all of the communists in your fan base would be like, why are you doing a show with the fascists? So nobody wins.
Nobody wins.
Nobody wins. Everyone fucking hates me.
As long as you don't do anything incredibly cancelable, I think we'll be fine.
I had a bit where I said the W word is Elmer Fudd.
The W word?
Elmer Fudd bit in episode 10.
You're not allowed to say...
Yeah, yo. What? No? I don't think that you can sit.
I see what you're getting at.
See? You get it.
I get it. Comedy is legal again.
Comedy is legal. Elon made it legal. You saying it and me saying it got censored, by the way. That was cut out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That comedy is illegal, actually. But now we're going to do a dramatic flashback to when you said it in slow motion. See, I hold the power. I hold the power in this dynamic.
Yeah. Much like Elmer Fudd is stuck in the eldritch horror that is allowing Bugs Bunny's power to reign over him. I am beholden to your editing powers. You control my reality.
It's true.
You can make me say whatever you want.
I've actually been having to edit out a lot of things. You told Eden that she was a Giga Goon Stinkon last episode.
I don't remember this.
Yeah,
you know why I don't remember? I don't remember because you edited it out, and that's
you edited it out.
It's like giving me a lobotomy.
About Blanchardian typology, and you called me quote unquote a classic case of AGP, which is true, but it's mean to say that.
It's true, but he shouldn't say it.
That's true, man.
We watched some movies, didn't we?
We watched movies, didn't we? We're both fucking tired. I have voice crack. This is a good start.
What did you? What are we starting off with?
We're starting off Superman because that's the one that we're clickbaiting in the thumbnail.
Okay. All right. Well, before you ruin my good mood, let me talk about Superman.
Sure.
I thoroughly enjoyed this feel-good movie. It made me, and I'll say this proudly, it made me live out. It made me want to do nice things for people.
Isn't that your fucking job?
To live out? Yeah.
Yeah,
it was like
your career.
Yeah, it was like getting paid to have fun, even though I didn't get paid because I was watching a movie that I paid for. But I lived out.
Paid at least $10 this month.
Hell yeah. Okay, I got paid I almost made half of the ticket back. Thank Christ.
That's awesome,
yeah.
That's one that you get paid one concession a month.
Yeah, I can enjoy a nice little sody pop while I watch my slop.
The money changed you, man. You're only doing this shit for the fucking money, bro. You're not doing it for la passion. You're doing it for the fucking money.
I'm a sellout. No, I really like Superman. I'm a James Gunn stan. I think that everything he touches is at least bronze. Because he's...
Dude, he worked on movie 43. I think that you want to take that back.
Okay, wait. I have a confession to make. I slightly enjoyed movie 43.
Are you developmentally disabled? Are you like...
It's potentially true. No, here's the thing. Movie 43, and I don't know like what level of irony deep that movie was, where it's like, okay, like on the surface... Hey, what if we had a sketch where Hugh Jackman had balls on his chin? Wouldn't that be the most hilarious thing ever? That's stupid and unfunny and horrible. Now, Me
Dude,
coming up with the idea, what if we put a big budget movie where we put balls on a guy's chin and made like a studio pay for it and had people like watch it and had test audiences have to react and give notes? That's hilarious. But then I don't know how deep those like layers of irony go and like how much of it was like them just genuinely being unfunny and them actually planning out, which is maybe one of the funniest, stupidest ways to waste a studio's money. So I enjoyed just thinking about all that watching the film.
That movie was worse than Triumph of the Will.
I think Triumph of the Will was entertaining, I'll say.
Oh, it's deeply impressive. This is a great tone to set for a Superman review, but
Look, James Gunn is good, all right? One of my favorite superhero films is The Suicide Squad.
2010.
I have not seen Super since I was like 13, so I don't
How
remember.
about Human Z? Did you like Human Z from 2008?
I have not seen Human Z.
Half chimpanzee, 100% abomination. You didn't see that?
Wait, holy shit,
James
that's
Gunn.
Amazing.
Yeah? Do you want to add that to the docket? It's just
Let's put that on for next week. Let's watch
next
Human
week
Z.
we're watching Human Z, directed by James Gunn.
Is this by one of the arcs? Is you're trying to make me hate James Gunn?
Kind of. I don't hate James Gunn. Okay, Superman. I thought it felt corporate. It felt like a pharmaceuticals commercial of sort of feeling good. The cinematography I thought was kind of astoundingly bad.
I'll agree with that.
A fucking
big
James
budget
Gunn
superhero movie.
That
was my biggest gripe. Was when you watch the trailer, you can already tell like this looks like a pharmaceutical commercial, and that's a style and it's on purpose. But I did not like that at all. I agree.
The color grading was like fine. It's more so the camera work that I took issue with.
The camera work and the lighting, where it's like a lot of wide shots and very like perfectly lit everything. Not a lot of like contrast. There's like some scenes that like look good
sometimes
and have contrast,
this movie looks like plastic.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
The entire plot is told through exposition. Like he literally says to Lex Luthor, "You only dislike me because you're jealous. By the way, I am human." That's the plot of the movie.
Okay. Let me say everything negative about this, and maybe you'll agree. We can have some common ground, and then I can love it forever.
At the end of the day, I think it's simplistic virtue signaling garbage. It's like a lib slop it's your lib glorp, which I see why you like it. Yeah,
delicious. Give me
they
lib slop. Ooh, save the squirrel. Save the squirrel.
A big dirty pipe. We pull a big lever, and this gray. We as in the Jews, we pull a lever, and then this gray glorp comes out of it into a little pig trough. And you run up to it. You're the fastest piggy in the pack when it comes to getting your lip slop fixing.
Piggy want oink oink. That's what I always say.
That's true. You're constantly saying that to me. It's considered workplace harassment in New York.
Okay, so here's my, I think, what kept this from being anything other than just an enjoyable film and turning into something like The Suicide Squad, which I think had the same cinematographer or someone similar, but was still able to do a lot with it. And that is what you said, which is the dialogue was very sloppy. I think I noticed this the first time when Lex Luthor breaks into the Fortress of Solitude, and I don't remember her name. Is it the engineer, like the nanobot girl, is like, "Yes, I also hate Superman. That is why I sacrificed my humanity to transform into a nanobot girl."
That's so true.
And I'm like, dude, oh god. Is this what the rest of the movie is going to be like?
That's some relatable writing, because we all have that moment where we also really hate Superman, so that's why we sacrifice our human form to go robot style.
Yeah. So the dialogue's sloppy for sure. There's some good moments. And there's too many things happening in this film. And as someone who's like a comic book fan, this is like the most comic booky film I've seen in a long time, insofar as like they don't really try to explain the world you're in. They don't like give an explanation for every character that appears. The most you'll ever get is, you're reading Spider-Man, and then the Fantastic Four come on screen, and there's a little asterisk, and in the bottom right corner it's like, by the way, the Fantastic Four have their own weekly cereal which you should go buy. It's called Fantastic Four, and they don't give the backstories or whatever. And that's what this felt like. It's just like throwing you into the world, and I thought that part was fine and well executed.
Except there's so much exposition.
except there's so much exposition, and you have like 13 different subplots where it's like, well, also Jimmy Olsen is dealing with his womanizer problems, and also the engineer is fighting with Ultraman, who is also a Superman clone, which is not at all a foil for our main character because he doesn't really seem to react at all to he's staring himself in the face.
He's kind of mentally.
Well, he's from Kansas. He's a simple Kansas boy.
No, not Superman. I mean, Ultraman is like canonically Down syndrome. Like, within the plot of the movie, there is canonically a mentally disabled Superman.
Yes.
And that's the reason he wins. Because he's like,
you might be strong, Down syndrome Superman, but I'm smart.
Strong, but I'm smarter than you. Dude, when I played percussion in the band in middle school, a Down syndrome kid hit me over the head with a crash cymbal. That's not even a fucking joke.
Yeah, and then did you beat up the Down syndrome kid using your brains?
No, I cried. Dude, I've always looked effeminate and been very effeminate.
Okay.
I didn't do shit.
Well, so what you understand is the only reason the Down syndrome Superman was able to beat Superman at any point was because a smart guy was telling him what to do. But if you take that away, you just have Down syndrome and you can't win.
Dude, like, do you think that there's like a Bizarro universe where everyone has Down syndrome in the DC universe?
Well, it's funny you say that because I think they are setting it up for the Down syndrome Superman to turn into Bizarro, which is the like canonically extra stupid Superman who like speaks wrong. He's like, me am Superman or whatever, and he does everything backwards. Like he flies down instead
he's
of
like
up.
Chinese Superman.
Anyway, those are all my gripes about this film. I really liked it. I liked the tone. I liked the action. I liked that everything really felt like.
Did you like the selfie joke that they do 60 times, which is super important to the plot?
Okay, yes. I thought that was just going to be an annoying thing. Like, haha, isn't it funny that this dumb bimbo takes selfies? But it turns out that she's slowly gathering dirt on her boyfriend just in case he ever goes behind her back or tries to betray her, which is a fun plot point. You know, it's a fun thing to happen. And I know you hate fun. That's fine.
I do. That's why I do this show. It's the I Hate Fun podcast. I hate fun.
I don't even know if you were paying attention to this film because when I replied 1A to you in response to your bad review, you thought I was libbing up about some First Amendment argument.
You just said 1A out of context. It's not
out of context. It was in reply to your Superman tweet.
Okay, except
and that was a very memorable line. If for those of you who haven't seen it, Lex Luthor has categorized all of the moves that he knows he has to use to beat Superman into letter number designations, and when he's telling Down syndrome Superman to beat the shit out of Superman, he's like 7B, 3C, and then at one point he's just screaming 1A over and over so that Down syndrome punches him in the
WTC7, WTC7.
Oh yeah, that's the move that gets Down syndrome Superman to smash into the tallest towers in Metropolis, and then mysteriously a third one
and magically a third one filled with dynamite. Unfortunately, the concrete underneath it snaps.
Superman. And then why did you blow that building up? Well, I wasn't even there.
And then the second part of that move is that there's a report that comes out that says that it was an explosion and it was a controlled demolition. And so Ultraman goes and kills the person who made that report and then makes a new one.
That's a good move by Lex Luthor.
Why did I write down?
What was?
Oh yeah, they call Superman like a breeder Didier blood in this movie, and that's kind of
So people were upset. They were like, "How dare you ruin Superman?" Because it's revealed in this film that his parents sent him to Earth to take over and breed and have as many little super babies as possible to make the Kryptonian race survive. And all I can say to that is, who fucking cares what his parents think? They're never part of the story, and they die before the plot ever starts. And everyone's gonna get mad because James Gunn changed it a little bit.
I thought it was more interesting. It actually had some depth to the character.
And
Also,
it showed that he has to use his Kansas do-goody American values to overcome his colonialist
Jewish
parents.
do-goody American values.
His parents are Jewish?
Yes, but Superman is canonically Jewish. So is Spider-Man.
I can't tell if you're fucking with me.
I'm not fucking with you.
Because it's like he's like a Kansas homegrown like Southern boy,
Who you
middle
think
American
made
boy.
Superman?
No, just because a Jew made him doesn't mean he's Jewish, right?
Israel Epstein invented Superman in 1920, dog. He is Jewish. Superman is like canonically Jewish. You can look it up. You can fact check me.
Oh, this rock is making my allergies act up.
Oh my god, I had asthma growing up. Oh, it's such a mashuga. It's really starting to get bad over here.
They're making me schlep this big ship around because the brakes and the propellers aren't working and it's making my back ache.
What am I? What am I? A pack mule to you? Is that all I am?
No one ever thanks me for what I do.
You don't appreciate the work I put in around this house, Lewis Lane.
Lewis Lane.
Lewis Lane.
Okay, well, I see that he was made by two Jews, but I'm choosing to believe that.
Look up. Is Superman Jewish?
I did, and someone said he's Jewish coded.
He's not. He's like the new Jew coded, which is bad.
Oh, no. Okay, wait. Let's talk about that part of the film. So, James Gunn said that there was no references to real life in this, and he just made up two nations that were feuding. But
is not an Israel allegory.
Not an Israel allegory. Bavaria is not an allegory for the country. It's just a bunch of militarized troops on the border of a brown-coated Middle Eastern farming country that's going to invade and shoot random civilians. It has nothing to do with Israel.
They speak Russian, and even then, it says nothing of value about the Israel conflict other than like a vague Libby war bad message. But even then, I do think that it is in response to a lib response to Donald Trump, like, quote-unquote, aligning himself with Putin and the Russia-Ukraine war. I'm 100% sure that was the motivation with it. It has nothing really of value to do with Palestine. I think it's like this really weird, lazy form of critique that people engage in, which the right wing loves doing, where it's like contorting a movie to fit within your political worldview rather than analyzing it from the perspective of your political worldview. Because it's an important difference. You know, I think that's something the right loves to do, and it's something that the left has also been engaging in with the Superman movie. And I say that as a hardcore communist, but I think that you should analyze films through a political lens rather than just like trying to contort them to fit within a message that you want to put out there, Hasan.
Okay, but the white soldier with all his militarized gear pointing his gun at the back of the head of a brown child begging for help didn't evoke any images of Israel-Palestine to you?
Yeah, but I don't think that's the point that they're trying to make, or it's a main.
Oh no, I don't think he was making a statement on Israel-Palestine. I'm just saying it was Israel-Palestine coded.
I think that was a Russia-Ukraine thing, really.
Okay.
Also, even if it was a Palestine thing, it's kind of racist if it was, because of the, like, weird noble savage shit going on in that country, where, I don't know, they're in a tribal society with, like, they're fighting with axes, which...
I think that was just to indicate that they didn't have a military, and they were just farmers. It wasn't noble savage.
Maybe. I don't know.
All I learned from that is that we should have the more powerful American intervention come in and kill Netanyahu. That seemed to be the message of the film.
I think that killing Netanyahu isn't nearly enough. I think that we should let... who's the American sniper guy?
Bradley Cooper?
No, the actual guy. The actual guy.
The one who's dead?
Yeah,
Chris Kyle?
Yeah, we should let Chris Kyle Netanyahu.
Okay, then what?
Just forever.
All right. Well, anyway, I thought that this film was just delightful. I know we've barely talked about it, but I felt good watching it. I had fun. I had everything a superhero movie needs, which is, a good laugh,
Monkey
good feel-good, monkey robots that are
monkey robots tweeting out hashtag super shit, which is such a funny joke because you replaced man with a curse word, and it's so silly because that's a naughty word.
Well, the thing or the reason why that would work is because Superman's a little goody two shoes. So if he hears a swear word, he gets really upset.
Yeah.
No, the only really flaw in this movie was that Lex Luthor is supposed to be a super genius.
We care more about swear words than the cops that protect us every day. They're on trial. They're on trial. Are you fucking kidding me?
Derek Chauvin didn't swear once in that police.
Derek Chauvin didn't swear. Hey, say what you want. At least Derek Chauvin didn't say curse words. It's probably an argument at some fucking prostitute, man.
You're like doing everything you can to not talk about Superman.
I'm sorry, man.
You're not sorry. You hated it.
What's
your favorite James Gunn movie?
My favorite James Gunn movie is Super.
Why? Because it deconstructs the superhero genre? Or
yeah,
because Ellen Page commits a rape?
Because Ellen Page commits a rape.
Okay.
Don't describe that gesture. No, I think that's it's good satire. It's funny. My favorite part of this movie is the nice moment he has with his dad. I thought that was very heartfelt and nice. And
see, I thought that was the most fabricated. But was it so good to you because you've never experienced that with your father? So you imagine that's how it would be like?
Ow, man. Ow! What the hell? Damn.
I like how I'm like, can you say something good about this movie? And the minute you try, I just rag on you for it.
You're telling. Wait, is it, dude? The transgender lesbian who's on Twitter is trad slut has mommy and daddy issues. Holy shit! Who could have seen this one coming? This is crazy. This is a crazy moment. Yeah, that's why I imagine it being like, a fucking suburbs kid with all of like fucking close dad who loves him. Fuck you, pal.
You know what I didn't like about the casting for Superman's parents? I didn't like
gay.
how they. No,
not two gay black
not
guys.
Two gay black guys. No, I didn't like that they both looked like they could drop dead from a heart attack at any moment. That like upset me. I mean, it makes sense for your average like Kansas grandpa looking guy, but like it just made me upset to know that like, oh, Superman's parents might die of diabetes because they eat a Kansas diet.
Die at some point.
Nah, my parents will live forever.
That's true.
The power of love keeps them going.
My dad could be up your dad.
Maybe, honestly, I don't know.
My dad was a death metal drummer.
Can we talk about how Lex Luthor's plan goes wrong and he doesn't have like a contingency? He just screams like Dan Henschel.
Yeah. The plan was stupid.
Why was it stupid?
It was like, why didn't he shoot the camera bots immediately? That wasn't like a grand trump card. That seems kind of like.
Are you saying why didn't Superman destroy the cameras?
Yeah, like immediately, like
because he didn't know that was the way that he was controlling Down syndrome Superman.
Okay, that's fair.
And then once he did, then he destroyed them. Easy.
Also, Supergirl is into that. What the hey?
Yeah, when Supergirl showed up at the end, I said, what's happening right now?
You said, holy
that's crazy.
Sauce. This is a crazy moment.
Holy
guys,
epic bacon.
After the credits for this one, you're not going to expect what happens.
Do you know that New Rockstars is a multi-million-dollar corporation? How does that make you feel?
New Rockstars?
Yeah, they're the people that go, 10 Easter eggs you didn't notice in Superman 2025. Red circle point.
Yeah, I think it's just like a higher value version of what we do. If it's worth that much in the market, probably.
Well, it's better. It's definitely better quality.
Yeah. Well, I do this anymore.
All right. Do you want to talk about your fucking slop movies?
Okay.
Because,
no.
why did you clickbait with Superman?
We didn't even fucking rate
Are we going to talk about Superman at all?
Yeah.
What's the plot of the film?
We are.
What's
it's
the
a
plot
fucking
of the film?
Superman. He's fucking flying, and then he gets put into like Gitmo with with some guy with anxiety who can
Metamorpho. It's Metamorpho, you
It's
fucking
Metamorpho. Oh
simpleton.
yeah, my favorite hero.
So did Lex Luthor pay a guy to just sit in the room with a baby and say, "I'm gonna kill this baby if you do something I don't like"? And like he can't even do that, right? Because the instant that the guy does something he doesn't like, he doesn't kill the baby.
Yeah, why wouldn't like he expect Superman to fucking team up with the guy whose baby is held capture? He's with fucking Superman. If anyone's gonna get his baby out of this situation, it's fucking Superman. What else happens? Superman stops a war. Green Lantern has a bowl cut.
This is all comic accurate, to be clear.
This is comic accurate. Write that down.
How did you feel about Mr. Terrific? And choose your words carefully, because he is a minority.
Okay, gotta put a big X through my watermelon bit. That's not going in. I didn't even know what that was. I forgot he was black when I wrote that bit. That's crazy. He was just like the most like, well, according to my calculations, stereotype to ever exist. It was uninteresting. It feels like a character I've seen 1,000 times.
You've seen a character who uses his balls to defeat enemies 1,000 times.
I've been defeated by someone's balls before. That's cut out. That's cut out of the show. That didn't work. That didn't work at all. I don't even know what the fuck does that mean. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that one. That's not a good joke. It's a bad joke. Lois Lane is uninteresting.
I like that she took her reporting job very seriously, and despite having the bias of dating Superman, was able to give him a hard interview that a journalist would give to someone who's interfering with geopolitics.
Yeah.
That was a great scene.
She calls him a champagne tanky, and says that he's being totalitarian.
All right, if you had Superman powers, would you stop the war in Israel and Palestine?
If I had Superman powers, there wouldn't be in Israel. Dude, there wouldn't be in Israel. I'm gonna be 100%. I would go over there right now. I would. Yeah, I would stop the war, and I would begin killing every small business owner one by one.
So instead of being upset that the falafel guy gets killed by Lex Luthor, you would have already vaporized him for having a small business.
Well, no, because actually these people, they have to they don't own their falafel carts usually. It's actually these are. So
you kill the city food permitter.
No, except that's the big bourgeoisie. I can't kill them yet. It starts with small business owners. That's how this works.
That's the real enemy of America, is mom and pop shop.
Unironically, if you think that Trump is a fascist, you should believe this. Like genuinely, unironically, if you believe that Trump is a fascist, yes, you should think that way. I don't, okay. But you do. So you need, in order to remain logically consistent, you should declare Butlerian jihad on small businesses, local farmers market. Exactly.
Got it. All right, I'll accept that, unquestioning.
Why I write down bad teeth CG?
Oh, because at the end of the movie, when Superman's beating everyone up, he punches a guy in slow motion and his CGI teeth fly out. Is that why?
Yes, and that was the CG looked bad.
Yeah, the CG was terrible.
The CG looks glorpy and bad, which is not good when that's what 90% of the movie is. I hated the look of this movie. It was boring, confused tone, and I hated its faux positive message. Although there were redeemable aspects to this movie, it was like serviceable. It was fine. I'd give it a 14 out of 30. What would you give it?
I'd give it a 7 out of 10. A solid feel-good superhero movie with characters that I care about and that I want to see more of.
A solid. What is that, like your New York Times line from the back of the box?
No, like my New York Times line for the back of the box is, "This is not about Israel and Palestine." That's my quote.
Am Yisrael Chai.
The movie that's least about Israel and Palestine.
Mine would be I don't want to do my Benjamin Netanyahu impression. I'm not feeling it today. You don't get it. You don't get it, Chad.
Sorry, honey, I'm having a bad day.
Sorry,
What-
I'm having
What's wrong, Rosa? You've barely imitated Netanyahu today.
Fine, just this once. Gas for Gaza, more like chickens for KFC. It's the, and he is the fucking breathing like he's Down syndrome Superman. I forgot to include this in the episode, I think, but I'm giving this a 14.5 out of 30, tying it with The People's Joker and Dormonkey from this year. I think it's better than The People's Joker, putting it on the composting power ranking between Conclave from last year and The People's Joker, which is like halfway from last year. I don't know how to count that one, because it didn't get wide release until 2024, but it technically came out 2022. That's a whole ass tangent. Never mind. And on the 2025 ranking, both of these can be found on our Letterboxd, by the way. Just above The Monkey, right behind Sinners. Cool. Bye. Back to the show. Anyway, we watched fucking F1 2025. This was directed by the one and only, noteworthy, incredible Joseph Kosinski, not to be confused with Ehren Kruger. Easy mistake to make. He directed Top Gun Maverick and Only the Brave.
Can I make a proposition about this next segment?
Sure.
So I propose that we review F1 and Saturdays of Thunder at the same time because they're the same movie.
Yep.
Everything is exactly the same.
No, we'll do F1, but we'll speed through Days of Thunder.
Rosa just winked when she said that. Speed, because it's a racing.
Get it? Let's get our Monza ready because we're gonna get speeding through this one.
All right.
Are you an
F1
fan?
No, but you are, right?
I am. I love F1. And
so let me guess. Did you enjoy this movie?
No, dude. It's like literally the biggest mess. If you like racing, you would understand that like this guy is Hitler incarnate on the track.
Okay, good. Okay, that's the impression I got.
Hitler. Because literally, this entire movie is Brad Pitt doing Crashgate over and over. Now, if you don't know what Crashgate is, this was a controversy with BWT Alpine, which that's my second favorite team. Yeah, Viva la France and all that. They told their drivers to crash intentionally, so safety cars would come out. In the like 2021 season, it was like a recent season. In this entire movie is Brad Pitt's one silly trick, which is crash intentionally over and over and ruin every single race that he's in, so his shitty midfield team can get their tractors where they don't belong.
Yeah. Okay. So knowing nothing about F1. I already hated the premise of this film because it was this, like we're bad at racing and we're losing money. We need someone who just thinks different, who's just gonna throw the rule book out the window. And all I could think was, as someone who doesn't know anything about F1, all I could think was, I'm sure this doesn't work, and I know because this isn't based on a true story. So he's going to do something stupid that even I, as a non-F1 fan, will know wouldn't work, but will really piss off people who do watch F1 and knows that this is absolutely not how it works. And I can only assume the equivalent would be like if they made a basketball film about a team trying to become the champions. It's like, hey, like, what if we just got a guy who could shoot 3-pointers from like the corner of the opposite side of the court? And like we just like used him the whole time, and the only way to protect him was like the other guy would just like horrendously foul players, like so that they couldn't get to him when he shoots these like infinite 3-pointers. Just some insane thing.
What if we got a guy that could get the 3-pointers from inside the 3-pointers line? And that's their trick, because they say in the rule book that a 3-pointer is when it's shot outside of the 3-pointer line, or when it's Brett Cooper, or Brad Pitt, or whatever the fuck his name is, shooting it.
Yeah, if you punch someone right before your teammate throws a 3-pointer, then it's even if it's like right next to the hoop, it's still 3 points.
It's a style bonus where you avoid a penalty.
So I knew exactly what this film was going to be from start to finish.
Bad.
But I was like, well, hold on. How could this film possibly be like 2.5 hours? Because this is what's going to happen, right? Brad Pitt's going to come in and they'll be like, Brad Pitt, you're a maverick and you're not playing by the rules. What are you doing? And he's going to be like, you don't want to play by the rules? Fine. I guess you don't want to win. And then his crazy antics are going to get someone into a crash. And that's going to be the low point. But then they're going to be like, you know what, Brad Pitt, we can still do this. And then they'll win the race at the end. But the reason it's 2.5 hours is because they do that twice. They do the, what about the horrific crash scene low point? But they do it for both main characters, both Brad Pitt and the rookie.
He does not have a clean race this entire movie, outside of the intro, which is the most wonderfully shot bit of this movie. It peaks at the intro. I'm like, wow, cool, endurance racing. That was really fun. And then
is that the one where he wins Daytona?
He wins the 24 Hours of Daytona.
Is that interesting to watch? It's like a day of people driving in circles.
Endurance racing is really fun, and like at late at night, the announcers just get delirious and start talking about like heroin. That's an awesome clip. Can you play that clip where it's the announcers saying like, "Well, it's past the kiddies' bedtime, time to do heroin."
Right, so enough cakery, enough nonsense. Let us continue with the race in question.
No, before we do, because that's an important point to raise, the one thing I will say is, and if you are listening, kids, if they're saying you can't have cake, the only alternative to cake at, 2:30 in the morning.
Heroin.
I love endurance racing. 24 Hours of Nürburgring is probably my favorite race of the year.
I don't know how anyone can enjoy racing, but I'll take your word for it.
The series producer of Gran Turismo raced in the 24 Hours of Nürburgring, and he did really well. That's your fun fact for the day.
I want to talk. So you mentioned this is the director for Top Gun Maverick, right?
And you can tell because this is bad.
I liked Top Gun Maverick to a degree, but you can tell because it's the same plot structure, which is, what if a washed-up old 60-year-old actor was actually the hero and was able to show those do-goody idiot newcomers how it's done? And that's one thing that was really stupid about Top Gun Maverick was the plot of this movie should go like this. Old, washed-up man who does not have the reflexes of a 20-year-old pilot comes in and trains these new pilots how to bomb Iran. But instead, the plot is, what if the old washed-up pilot with not the reflexes of a 20-year-old was actually better than all the 20-year-olds? And so much better, in fact, that he doesn't even have to train them. And by the end of the film, he is the actual hero who bombs Iran. That is what the plot of this movie is. Because you think Brad Pitt's whole arc is that he crashed his F1 car as a child. He didn't get to win F1. And I thought, well, okay, his arc is going to be, I have to give up the thought of winning and sacrifice for the new generation. So at the very end, maybe he'll have to like, oh no, Brad Pitt, you're going to have to 90 degree slam your F1 car into the Verstappen's car so that, black rookie guy can win. But instead, black rookie guy crashes and Brad Pitt has to win. And actually, old people are the best. They've done nothing ever wrong. And middle age will not stop you. You'll be a victor for the rest of your life. That's the lesson of this and Top Gun Maverick. Except Brad Pitt doesn't bomb Iran.
It made me wish that they made a movie about Fernando Alonso, because he's the longest running F1 driver, still competing. He's like 44 years old. He's in the background of this movie. I'm like, that guy's interesting. He's had such an interesting career. And it's very clear that this character is based around him, slightly, except with all of the interesting bits removed. He's not likable. By the way, everything that happens off the track is like classic teammate rivalry, which is expected because it's not a team sport in the traditional sense of the word. It is a team sport, but it's two drivers racing for the same team, competing with each other. They're not scoring points together, which is why in the F1 Championship, it's Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri fighting for the title, both racing for McLaren, but racing very, very hard and aggressively against each other. That's how the sport works. It's just you wouldn't have a full
For our
field.
listeners, you can't see my eyes glazing over at the concept of explaining how racing could possibly be interesting, but it is happening.
It's so interesting. It's like engineering.
Wait, can you describe it like a superhero movie to make me care?
Okay, so Lex Luthor is Lando Norris.
Okay.
No, he's not Lando. Yeah, he's Lando Norris. He's also Aston's second driver. I forget his name. So, and the Superman, which is Max Verstappen, punches people off the track and calls people fucking morons in interviews. And wherever he gets home, you see him log on to sim racing because he is obsessed. He showed up to his own child's gender reveal party in a Red Bull jersey.
I can't tell where I'm supposed to be in the superhero allegory, but
he is like Superman if he never took off the costume, and that's why it's really funny. I root for Max Verstappen because he's like Superman if he got photographed in his day-to-day life wearing the Superman cape, just walking on the street, you know.
Okay, so an asshole.
No, he's Max Verstappen. He is an asshole, but he's like goated, man.
Okay, let me ask you some questions about F1 as a non-F1 watcher. So when I'm watching this film and I'm like, all right, how do you make an F1 film interesting for non-F1 fans? It's like, well, we got to explain these techniques. So they talk about and introduce drafting like it's like some new thing that no one's ever thought of.
The things that they talk about, they're like, under the safety car, it's a really good time to change your tires because you lose less time that way. Yeah, man.
I wouldn't have known that. I don't know what to see as a non-F1 watcher. Have you ever seen Blurns Ball in Futurama? Where just random things are happening and a motorcycle's going around and the bases are exploding.
Like the easiest sport to follow.
And there's a giant fucking spider, and it's like, oh, sorry, Mr. Driver, you might be faster, but the rules say that if I wave the blue flag, you have to let him pass you. And I'm like, what's this
except here's
fucking
the thing.
Calvin Ball bullshit? Oh, there's a big wacky car that comes out and says, "Whoop, you're going too fast, Mr. Racer. Can't let the race get too exciting."
Like, that is not how F1 works. If any one of these races happened, it would be an embarrassment to the sport and to the FIA. And it would go down in history as some of the worst races in history because they treat F1 like racing is the secondary component. The real way that you win is by making them wave the silly flags.
I think at one point Brad Pitt says, I'm not trying to make the fastest car. I needed to be for battle. And you know what? I'd watch F1 if they were always trying to hit each other.
Dude, do you know how bad of a fucking race that would be? It would be like 2 people ending the race and then 20 companies go bankrupt. And there's not even 20 people.
You were just talking about we should destroy all small business. I say let's destroy every F1 sponsor in a horrible crash every race.
I agree, because there's a steak kick sponsored car. Sauber is sponsored by Steak and Kick.
Okay, yeah, they should go bankrupt. Wait, but I want to go back to drafting.
Well, they're not.
They did.
They just got bought by Audi. They did go bankrupt. They ran out of money and got bought by Audi.
Well, I'm happy to hear it, honestly.
Yeah.
I hope they lost it because they gambled on their own car, too. Now, I need to know, is drafting something that was invented for this movie? Because it seems like a very new idea. Like no one in the world of $1 million stake racing has ever thought, like, what if I reduced my
really
the air resistance
of a strategy in F1, because it's dirty air behind the car and the car doesn't work as well with dirty air behind it. So it's like something you actively avoid more than anything.
Oh, it actually doesn't work? So even in the film, it isn't something that works? Or shouldn't
also,
work?
They're driving F2 cars that really bothers me because they switch to actual race footage and there's F1 cars, but then they switch back to the movie footage and it's F2 cars with F1 aero kits. which is
It sounds like an autistic racing thing I wouldn't know about.
okay.
What's
F2
the difference
cars,
between- At what point does it
F2
become an
cars are-
F-35?
An F-35 is a plane, and now an F2 is a shorter car than an F1 car. Which, man, I wish that they're that size. Thanks to FIA. Fuck you, MBS. You
Can I talk
fucking
about
bitch.
one thing that I thought was realistic about this film? And that's when the Jewish investor guy is like, actually, Brad Pitt, we just brought you on the team to sabotage everything. We were pretty sure you were going to make us lose all our money, and we just wanted to make it happen faster. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense than, you know what? We really need to make back hundreds of millions of dollars. Let's get this washed up Daytona driver who doesn't really even do F1 anymore.
Yeah. Also, they say there's a line in this movie that says, they don't show qualifying, which is a very important part of F1. Which is
I look at all
frustrating.
your problems with this film are, that's not how F1
Except
works.
it's annoying when
You're
they say
doing
this.
it
Not
wrong.
no. They have this line.
Your cars were too big.
They're too small. One, two. There is a line that says, "We're at the back of the grid because they don't like how we drive." What?
That's
You're at the
because
back of the grid because you had a slow qualifying lap. It's stupid.
I thought they were at the back of the grid because they kept smashing into people on purpose.
Also, yeah, dude. Except like, there's not much redeeming about this movie other than there's like, pretty shots, and it's other than it's just tropes. The one woman who is speaking lines in this movie is named Kate, and she only exists so the main character can fuck her, and then she's non-screen outside of that. It's just like a film that feels out of place and out of time.
Well, it doesn't feel out of place because it's the same, formula as every sports movie ever, which is, whoa, that's an unorthodox way to do things. What's he doing? That's crazy. That's never gonna work.
Dude,
and then it works,
except
and they're
it's
like, whoa, you're crazy for trying that.
Except F1 is such a refined sport that there's no way to really do that sort of thing, so all that he does is cheat.
Hey, if I watched F1, I would actually be entertained watching someone cheat and win, honestly. I think being able to cheat in something so refined would be interesting.
You should try watching F1. It's
I have
really
tried watching F1. My friends sometimes will be streaming it on the weekend, and I'll go look, and it'll be like, who cares? Like, they'll be like, oh, and I'm like, what are you reacting to? It's like, oh, that guy, he just kind of like turned a little bit. I'm like, oh, okay.
Wow. Except there's some big moves.
Yeah, some big moves are happening.
Also, you get to hear the way that Ferrari makes people lose their minds and be depressed. I enjoy it because you get to see people's mental states decline. Like, I want you to look up Charles Leclerc, the Ferrari driver. He just looks sad in every picture he's in.
I would be sad if I had to race for a living.
Yeah.
All right, what do you give this out of 10?
Also they keep reusing this stupid reverse shot where the camera is like moving on this rig. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it like swings around. It looks goofy, and they use it like 30 times. Somehow the racing in the F1 cars looks a bit less interesting than just watching F1.
Which is already incredibly boring.
Which is awesome. Which is an awesome moment.
So you're saying is this movie wasn't for the fans. It wasn't for the non-fans. It was for old men who want to feel like they have something to offer.
Yeah, when they don't, and their labor is all suckled up, so they have nothing else to give. So they should just die.
I agree. Brad Pitt should just go away.
Go away, Brad Pitt. We don't want you here.
You shouldn't be in any more movies. Make
my
room
God.
for younger actors.
Dude,
I'm not gonna make room. In fact, I'm gonna win right
James
now.
Franco wants to play fucking Luigi Mangione.
That's Dave Franco. Let's be clear. Dave Franco's the uncancelled one.
What did James Franco do?
I don't know. I think he like had sex with one of his students at his acting class.
Oh no! Oh no! He got his dick wet. Oh no!
Yeah, that's what I keep saying about Trump. Oh, what's the problem? A guy can't fuck a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, did I tell you it was an improv class in a grade school?
Oh no, I didn't know that. Is that true?
That's not because it's not true. I just made it up. I have no idea how old these people were.
I think this is a 14 out of 30 Did you see Longlegs?
I did see Longlegs.
Do you think it's better or worse than Longlegs?
I think this is much worse than Longlegs.
Do you think it's better than Gung Ho 1986?
I can't say, but that movie's title is more interesting than the entirety of the 2.5 hours.
Is it better than Hal Murray Saved Christmas 2014?
Can't imagine it would be.
Yeah, I think that goes between Longlegs.
I'll say
and
the most entertaining part of this movie is when I was watching it on stream and an Indian ad for slot betting came up and said slotbet.com. That was the most entertaining part of the film.
I love that. Dude, that I know that exact piracy group. They have an email where you can just like hit them up and you can submit an ad that's like very affordable. So I might just do some shit in brownface. And like 20 people will see it.
All right. So when you say this is an out of time movie, I agree, because we watched Saturdays of Thunder, which is 30 years older.
What do you mean Saturdays of Thunder? Is it Days of... It's Days of...
Days of Thunder. I keep calling it Saturdays of Thunder because of the name of the Simpsons episode that's parodying Days of Thunder.
Wow. Oh yeah, they did do that.
When they do a box score. Oh, hold on. I didn't give my rating for F1. I would give it a 3 out of 10.
Wow.
Awful. Just boring. Just depressing.
It's like
Now Days of Thunder, I give a pass, because Days of Thunder came out in the 90s when they didn't know better than to make some stupid sports movie about racing. They had 30 years to consider that maybe we shouldn't make a movie about a washed-up 60-year-old doing this. Speaking of which, because that's what Tom Cruise's role is in Top Gun Maverick is, but in this movie, he's the young racer who actually is supposed to win.
Yeah, you thought F1 was boring, folks? What if the interesting turns? What if instead of Eau Rouge, you had Nuh-uh, and it was just one big continuous oval? Over and over and over.
I'm sorry, the fucking high horse you have to stand on to say, well, F1 racing isn't boring like Daytona. They go slightly less in circles than F1.
Dude, I don't know.
This film was the same as F1. This is the exact same film. Now, I give this film a pass because it came out 30 years before, but this is the plot of the film. Oh, man. You don't know anything about racing. You don't know nothing. You're a washed-up racer, Mr. Racer Man. Oh, yeah? Well, I'm going to race so much good that you can't even imagine how good I'm going to race. Oh, no, it's the second act of the movie. Mr. Racer Man, you crashed, and you'll never recover from this Racer Man crash. Oh, yeah? Well, what if I did?
This movie opens up on a shot of the Confederate flag. I just keep thinking about that.
It does. It does do that.
I thought we were watching a Civil War movie for a moment.
No. It was baiting you into thinking it would be more interesting.
Yeah. But my favorite line in this movie is, we're going to give you a bigger oil pan as an extra 40 horsepower. That's awesome. It's so true. Dude, I love it when I put a giant, heavy oil pan in the bottom of my car to give myself 40 extra horsepower. Dude,
you know what the best part of this movie was?
So many the editing, which was just spectacular.
I think it was great that they made the reveal that John C. Reilly has always looked like that, even when he was in his 20s.
He's just lurking. It made me. I didn't know how to feel because he's just there. He doesn't say anything. It looks like he's ready to pounce. You know what I mean? Like a puma.
I think a great theme of this movie is the main character.
A great theme of the movie is, we look like a monkey fucking a football out there. I think that's another good line.
Yeah,
these aren't jokes. I think that it's just how Southerners
That's how people talk.
Yeah, it's how people talk in the South.
So I was viewing this film as a vehicle for Tom Cruise's descent into Scientology, because in the film, the main character's flaw is that he just wants to control things, and he can't. And specifically, he says this to his future wife, Nicole Kidman, who famously, I believe, was locked in their house and couldn't do anything because Tom Cruise is a controlling, freaky Scientologist. And it made me just think of like, well, what if this is the movie where Tom Cruise just is like, hey, could I have some input on the script? And just like, what if this character's flaw was that he wants to control things, but actually, that's actually how he wins in the end, is by being too controlling and not actually learning his lesson. Because that's what Tom Cruise actually wants to do.
While I was in San Fran, I got to spit on the step of the Church of Scientology in the front step.
Hell yeah.
which I think is a hate crime technically.
Because it's a religion.
Yeah, it might be. They would say that. They would fucking say that.
Do you know what's crazy about this film is that there's this cool thing. They might have invented it for.
Okay.
The film.
Also, by the
but
way,
like, wait, to be faster, they do this thing called drafting.
Dude, I didn't know about this.
Yeah. So like,
that's actually a really interesting strategy in NASCAR because there's this funny thing called no fun allowed. You have to watch a shitty sport where every single car has to make the exact same amount of power and meet the exact same aerodynamic specifications. So it is just like...
Wait. Okay, I gotta push back on this because as a person who thinks racing is dumb, how is it fair if one person's car is just better than the other one?
That's interesting. It's called competition play. Look it up.
No, I want everyone to... I want it to be based on the skills of the drivers, not
it's
the
about the
loadout
skills
of the car.
of the engineer, too.
That's
That's
lame.
why it's interesting. I think that.
What if in basketball
aspect
someone
is
was allowed to have like extra sticky shoes that let them run faster?
extra sticky shoes? Sure, man. That's cool.
No, that's so lame. I want to see the best player win, not the best shoe.
Except it's a sport about engineering.
Then they should have robot cars.
They tried that. Pull up footage of the world's first AI race and how every car crashed. Thank you. That was real. They did that. I think that you'd like that sport.
I would like
This
robot
sport's
car
awesome.
racing.
It's
Where like
it's
there's no
the
danger
worst.
to the passengers because no one's driving.
No,
so they
it's
can go,
actually
like, 300
it's
miles
more
an hour.
dangerous than any other type of racing because they just crash and they have no clue how to stop.
That's awesome.
Sure.
It's cooler than F1. Except one of the cars should have a person in it, and he's not
Except one of
controlling
the
it. It's just
cars-
like one of the cars. Like if it crashes, it'll kill a guy just for
We have
like
some-
extra tension.
Yeah, we have a guy, a Fiat Panda, trying to drive around the track, going with 35 screaming ponies underneath that bonnet. Dude, what if we took a Fiat Panda and we gave a bigger oil pan? Because that's like an extra 40 horsepower when you really think about it.
I like how we're just not going to talk about Robert Duvall at all. What did you think about Robert Duvall? Because I didn't think he was
Who
irrelevant.
The fuck is Robert Duvall?
You're a cinephile. And you don't know who Robert Duvall
I'm
is.
I'm not so foul. I'm something worse.
If you're a pedophile,
No.
he's the old guy in the film.
Oh, that fucking guy, Robert Duvall.
Yeah,
He's in The Godfather. How did I forget this little fucker?
yeah. You don't remember the Family Guy joke?
Yeah, he's bad. He's not good in this.
Where Peter says that he didn't care for the Godfather, and at one point Chris just goes, Robert Duvall.
I remember that from my I think it was in that what's it called? Family Guy, I think it was. I think it was in that Family Guy.
How meta is it if I'm making a cutaway reference to a show about cutaways?
Yeah. Last time I cut away.
It was a rabbi. It was a moisel cutting away my foreskin.
Oh, I end this joke. Last time I cut away, I scored me an interview at Hot Topic. No. He tries. He's Tom Cruise is a racing guy. He's a racial type of guy, and he races until he gets stopped, and the world takes a pause as a lady cop with him pulled over, his hands on a truck, starts touching his crotch and takes off his pants. He gets brutally raped.
This is a joke in the film.
That's one on the rape counter. There will be more. In this film, Days of Thunder. Anyway, he crashes in his car because he has like CPTSD from being brutally raped by Derek Chauvin.
Who didn't swear while he did it. just to
Who
be clear.
didn't swear, by the way, because like you can give that to him.
Because he's a good
You
guy.
can give it. Yeah, he isn't. Derek Chauvin doesn't use curse words. Put that on a t-shirt. Can we sell that? Is that okay to sell? If we were to start selling a shirt that said Derek Chauvin doesn't use curse words?
I'd buy one.
Okay, I think we should do that, but we should sell them at cost so we don't make money off of it.
WWDD, what would Derek do? And the answer is not curse, because
Don't
he's
you
a good guy.
company? Can you start making like slutty little Derek Chauvin doesn't say curse words crop tops?
Like, I'll see what I can do.
For me, can you make a one? Can I have one of those fucking hats?
You can have a hat, sure.
Hell yeah. I gotta represent my boy, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I think you were talking about...
Funny.
Let's go back to that.
Oh yeah. He crashes, and they, like, the David Cronenberg film Crash, and there's a lot of
Funny.
in that movie. But I'll tell you what, there's a little bit more in this one, because he goes to the hospital, and there's a sexy nurse. He looks at her, he says, oh yeah, it's
Funny.
time. So he decides to take her head and shove it on his crotch and say, yeah, so we won. So we won. So we won, baby girl.
By the way, the nurse is Nicole Kidman, and by nurse I mean doctor, because how dare you say nurse? She's a doctor.
She is a doctor. That's
Check your
true.
bias.
Yeah.
Wait, well, you forgot the best part.
He says, you will feel something hard. You will feel something hard, Nicole Kidman. And that's another
Funny.
Tom Cruise is actually rewarded with raping Nicole Kidman because then they get together and love each other.
Which, that's how, like, relationships used to work.
That's how it starts. That's how their real relationships
No,
started.
literally,
They met on the set of this film.
I am like suspicious of every single marriage before like 1990 because like 90% of the times it's like, oh, how did you guys meet? Yeah, you
Funny.
me. It's like now that's how like 90% of the.
Well, to be clear, I mean we're exaggerating a little because Robert Duvall does say, "Hey, Nicole Kidman, sorry about Tom Cruise's
Funny.
You see, we paid a lady cop stripper to rape him, so he thought you were gonna rape him too, so that's why he wanted to rape you first." And she goes, "Oh, it was all just a big misunderstanding," and then they get together.
He's not quite a lion, but he's not quite a small dog. He's like a cat in this movie because it's quite dialectical. Because on one hand, he is the rat, but he's also the lion on the prowl.
Inside you, there are two wolves, and they're raping each other.
That's true.
Okay, I want to say something I actually liked about this film, and that was
that I like that they had like a bigger oil pan because that's like 40 extra.
You're not gonna get over this. I like that he had a rivalry with Michael Rooker, and they were so rivalrous that they would race in even inopportune times when they're not on the track, such as when they're both being discharged from the hospital and they race their wheelchairs, or when they have to get to dinner at the same time, and instead of deciding who can drive, they race to dinner.
Would you watch race where it's like
It's called the Special Olympics, Rosa. That's a real thing.
Oh my god, I forgot that. They did have that.
It's not. They still have that. It's not. It hasn't gone anywhere.
No, Mr. Beast killed them all. Mr. Beast ate the wheelchair. Mr. Beast.
Do you think Mr. Beast is gonna make the special Hunger Games where it's like the Hunger Games, but everyone has some sort of disability?
The last to be in this cage uneaten gets $1 million and a wheelchair made by Lamborghini.
Oh, did you see? There's a new Mr. Beast film coming out. Did you get the trailer for it before this?
No,
it's called The Long Walk, and whoever can walk the longest gets a bunch of money, but everyone else gets shot
like
when they can't walk anymore.
Is that like an adaptation of Salva Dutt's book Long Walk to Water, which is about the water crisis in South Sudan?
No, it's an adaptation of the Stephen King book, The Long Walk.
Shout out my boy, Salva Dutt. Yeah. Fucking legend. Can we talk about... I'm fucking hungover as shit, man. Can we talk about these characters' names? Tom Cruise... Well, I'm gonna start. I'm okay. There is Russ Wheeler, which makes sense because he's car. Yeah, right? He's car, he wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Then there is Rowdy Burns, because
Right,
he's
'cause he
a
burns rubber.
rowdy guy, and he burns rubber, and that's Tom Cruise's rival.
Mhm.
But Tom Cruise is named Cole Trickle.
Right, because the trickle of oil
Does
out of the
he-
oil pan
Does he
adds 40
urinate? Is that
horsepower.
a reference to the fact that NASCAR drivers wear adult diapers during races because
Do they
they're
actually?
constantly? Yeah.
So wait, there's like a non-zero chance that I could go look up now, like audio of a guy shitting himself while he's racing,
When they like shit themselves.
like over comms.
No, they piss themselves.
Why wouldn't they? If it's a 24-hour race like in Daytona, why wouldn't they also shit themselves?
There's driver switches. You can't stay out there.
You get
for-
to stop?
They show that in F1.
That's so lame.
They show that. They literally show that. That's how the movie starts.
Yeah, but I forgot because it was boring.
Did you
Why?
know
What's
that
the point of an endurance race if you get to stop?
Okay, I'm sorry I got upset. I need to talk about something good in my life. I took my car to the mechanic. They're adding a bigger oil pan. I'm gonna have at least 40 extra horsepower. Trickle Urine, is an IndyCar driver who doesn't know how tires work, which is really funny. He doesn't know that tires can wear out because he's like Ultraman, you know? He has Ultraman disease. Also, I wrote down
Funny.
by old man because he's wrestling Duval. This is before any of the other rapes happened.
You taught
He
real quick. What's Robert Duvall's character's name? Because you named everyone else's character.
Oh, Robert Duvall's character is named
Its name is
Harry Hodge. Harry Hodge.
no, it's Harry
Dude.
Hogg.
Harry Hogg. Harry Hogg.
So who does Harry Hogg?
Funny.
Harry. So Tom Cruise gets brutalized with a Harry Hogg. That's awful. That's a bad. That's a. Can you pull up a GIF of like someone crying in solidarity with the
Funny.
rapes, please? Thank you. I worked out Grace, so I literally copied my own joke. He stalks his doctor after he
Funny.
rapes her so he can take her out to dinner. Which reminded me of the hit movie series Stalked by My Doctor. Which we'll talk about that series at some point. I know you're all asking for it. I love you, Stalked by My Doctor. He gets scared after the race. He blows his 7-liter V8 motor.
7-liter V8 motor.
And yeah, and then he wins the Daytona 500 in Rowdy's car because Rowdy has CTE.
Wait, you mentioned tires. I recall a scene where Tom Cruise needs to be motivated to win, so Robert Duvall lies that he gave him special tires that'll make him win.
Oh my god, I forgot that they literally did the like special dancing slippers shit.
I lied to you about those tires.
That's
Mr. Cruise.
that's okay. I forgot the third one.
Funny.
That's when he starts wrestling and then he gets on top of him while Tom Cruise's like back is arched. He like puts his legs around him, and it was like very confusing. And it was sort of a sexual awakening for you. Is what you told me. Niels is gay now.
Can I read you an awful thing I just found on Wikipedia?
Sure.
Days of Thunder has a subsection right here. It's called sequel. In November 2024, it was reported that
No.
Tom Cruise was in final talks to
No.
star in and produce a Days of Thunder sequel. It is being developed concurrently with an untitled Top Gun Maverick sequel. And hold on, there's one more paragraph. You're going to love this. In June 2025, this is just a couple months ago, Joseph Kosinski told GQ magazine that his dream pitch is a crossover between Days of Thunder and F1 with Brad Pitt. As Kosinski said, right now it'd be Cole Trickle. We find out that he and Sonny Hayes, Pitt's character, have a past. They were rivals at some point, maybe crossed paths. I heard about this epic go-kart battle on Interview with the Vampire that Brad and Tom had, and who wouldn't pay to see those two go head-to-head on the track?
There's no conceivable. Did you make that with AI?
No, this is real. This is real. This is real.
Cole Trickle and Max Verstappen are in the same cinematic universe.
I think in the sequel, Tom Cruise is gonna show the younger characters how to Brad Pitt.
Do you think that Max Verstappen is gonna like?
Cole Trickle and Brad Pitt are gonna sandwich Max Verstappen in their like cheating, methodology that they're teaching all the new kids who don't know how to race well. They're like, look, you want to race good like me? You gotta fucking get a little dirty out there on the track. And then they're gonna humiliate Max Verstappen, or after they sandwich him in the race, they're gonna Eiffel Tower him in their hotel room at the Las Vegas Strip.
What a fucker of a movie. Put that in the back of the box. Take this shit. This is some shit that you buy at Red Fuckers. Okay? Put that in the back of the box.
You know that commercial.
Also, it says on the. Okay, I forgot to say this. In the last race, the font that they chose for the side of his car where it says his name, it says Cole Fuckle. Put that on the screen. I'm not insane. It says Cole Fuckle on the side of his car.
You know that commercial where some kid is at a vending machine and he orders, I think it's like 2 Pepsis, and then he stands on the Pepsis so that he can reach the Coca-Cola button, or maybe it's vice versa, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I would go to a red box and I would order this film and then stand on it so that I could reach the higher button that let me check out Superman so I could watch it a second time.
Dude, you need a lot of red box cases.
Are you calling me short?
You're just a little guy.
I'm just a little guy.
You're just a little guy.
Every time someone asks me my height, I make it shorter. I'm 4'4". Just to be clear for the audience, Rose is pinching my cheeks right now because I'm a little guy. This movie sucked, but it sucked less than F1. I'd give it 5 out of 10.
I hated this more than F1.
This movie wasn't a vehicle for an old man to pretend like he's better than young people, so it's still better than F1.
This movie thinks that funny is just like funny. Not even like funny, it's just
how many jokes did we laugh at this in this review? Well, several, I'll say.
Okay, no, they just think it's like this silly joke you can do to your friends. I think that's
it's a fun little prank when you're with your friends. You've never done that?
I'm not a cis dude. That's right. A cis dude.
Oh, you're not a cis dude, so you don't rape your
Men.
friends.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
That, put it on the back of the box. 50% off bigger oil pan, because if you only get like half the pan, even that's like 20 extra, I'd give it an 8 out of 30.
So this was made by the same guy who made Top Gun, right? That's why they're the same movie.
Yeah, it's bad. I'd give it an 8 out of 30. This ties it with iRobot 2004.
iRobot was a far better film than this.
Our iRobot clears, dude. That was reviewed with Donald Parkinson, founder of the Mug Caucus of the DSA. We just kept calling him like Hitlerian the entire episode. It was fucking awesome. Nobody listened to it, but I thought it was good. Anyway, we asked you, dude. I'm so hungover. It's not even funny. There's like little monkeys inside of my brain, like typing mean words. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like in the movie Superman, starring David.
No, it's my own original thing.
Oh.
Let me find I asked you guys to ask us questions together. Let me find it. Okay. Kami Turk asks us, when will you cover the greatest movie of all time, known as Man from Earth?
Oh, you know what? I know that film. That's actually the film that I've seen, and I'll say this, but without spoiling much about it. It is like a very long episode of Star Trek, and it's worth a fun little watch. That's my covering of the Man from Earth.
So we actually got something out of that type of question.
Yeah, that's a fun film.
Star blue check mark at Small Talk Me says, ask him what he thinks of this GIF, and this is a GIF of Sonic kissing Shadow.
I already responded in her DMs and I said it's hot.
Yeah. She also says, asks. Oh my god. Ask him what he thinks of I slammed my penis in the car door hit meme from 2017.
I love that meme. That's a great one. I quote
Yeah,
it all the
that's
time.
really-
I'm always saying, Rosa will tell you, I'm always saying this.
Yeah, you're constantly slamming your penis in the car door. It's like Crash, but like on a smaller scale. There's a lot of Crash jokes today. It's a good movie. Annie at Blueface T-Girl says, when are you letting me out of the basement? I'm hungry. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you. You ruined my life. I don't know, you're not getting up. Goob asks, fire trucks or monster trucks? These questions are awful.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was the question? One more time.
Fire trucks or monster trucks?
Dino trucks.
Dino trucks.
Dino trucks clear.
Dino
both of those.
train. Put footage of a dinosaur train, please.
Now put a footage of dino trucks.
Dino truck. Keep them like you layer them at 50% opacity each. And dude, this one sucks. Observing your fort says, in a hypothetical situation where Marx and Engels married and had a malpregnancy resulting in the birth of a beautiful daughter, what would they, Marx and Engels, name her? They would name her Mary. Marx had like 20 daughters named Mary that kept dying. That's obvious. That's obvious. It's such an obvious question that bothers me. He named all of his daughters Mary. They wouldn't break from the pattern.
I just like to imagine the corporate room where they're like, what are boys
We have
like?
something spectacular to show you today.
What are boys like? Ah, they like dinosaurs. They also like trucks.
Yeah. What if, hear me out, the dinosaurs, instead of becoming diesel, ran on diesel? It's beautiful when you think about it. It's like ash dudes, you know? It's like dudes made out of like dead people. That's crazy. This whole cycle of rebirth. I saw Rogan talking about. Like it's like that. You know,
It's
like
crazy. They have these things. The dino
the
trucks.
strongmen, they create like the good. That's the good area. Okay.
The strongmen create peaceful times.
No.
Create dino trucks. Dino trucks.
The
Build it
strong
up.
man. Okay, no, you're not getting the strong man. That's like the good. That's like good. That's like chill weed vibes area, right? That's chill weed vibes. But you get too many chill weed vibes, you get like Cheech and Chong times. But that creates the strong man. Dude, I fucking suck today.
Got some more questions.
Worst episode of composting ever. Abity Dialectics says opinions on Iraq. Wonderful.
Like the country or the war?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the liberal always thinks of the war.
I think
it's the country.
I think the Iraq war is
She's Iraqi.
bad.
She's
but
Iraqi. She's talking about the country.
I don't have strong opinions on Iraq. I don't know anything about it other than that it exists in the context of us invading them. So I hope
That's
they have
awesome.
a good time.
I like the hookah lounge. Play Hakeem denying that the Tiananmen Square massacre happened because it happened 5 miles away. That's my favorite Iraqi. What was your political journey? Were you ever a fascist?
No, I never went down the alt-right pipeline because I am too smart. I was introduced by the anti-SJW crews to fascists, and I was like, these guys are dumb, and I remained a lib the whole time.
Yeah, I was like a Bernie supporting DSA type, and then I became a pseudo-Marxist, class collaborationist, I guess an orthodox fascist, sure. And then I started reading Marx, and then I became what everybody who reads Marx becomes. I became a left com. Favorite Sonic game? Sonic Mania is the only good Sonic game.
The only good one?
Yeah, it's the only good one that they ever made.
What about the death of Sonic the Hedgehog?
What about
Like
Sonic
the murder
and
of Sonic the Hedgehog?
What about Sonic and the Black Knight?
I've heard good things about it.
Sonic and
I
the
like
Secret
Sonic Adventure
World.
2 Battle the best. That's my favorite.
Yeah, 90s
Followed
kids
closely
get
by
it.
Sonic Adventure, because you get to do eugenics on the chows.
We need his Sonic takes. Why
That's
why you
my
people
Sonic take.
Yeah, why you people care? Can we go to
Autistic
the
trans woman confused as to why her audience likes Sonic.
Man, I hate trans. I'm not even gonna fucking front anymore. I don't fuck with trans anymore, bro. I used to for like 10 minutes, but I'm like done. I'm done with this whole trans shit. I'm a trans man. I was fucking lying the whole time. I'm not even a trans woman. I just had like Kucha enlargement surgery, so it looks like I have a penis, but it's just all clitty. It's just like really big clitty. And like my labias got really fucked up. It looked like testicles with the fucking testosterone. I'm done with trans people. Play Donkey. I'm done with League of Legends. Keep it that info. Thank you. Can we go to the Labubu rave in Tel Aviv?
Is that what the October 7th
How's
thing
that?
was?
What was that?
Was that what October 7th was about? Like I don't know what the actual festival was.
There was Nova Music Festival, which was a trance music festival, and let me tell you, at least these people got entertained, because holy shit, it looked boring as fuck.
What's a Labubu rave?
I'd say it was a rave held in Tel Aviv, which was Labubu themed.
That's it?
Yep, yep.
Is okay.
No,
I
it's
don't have
really
anything to
funny.
say about
It's
it.
really funny because it's like they're asking a nothing question. Except I feel the need to read them. I don't know why I feel the need to read shit questions out. Except I feel like if someone typed this out, they deserve to be shamed for it.
I wouldn't go to Tel Aviv. for
Greek
anything.
yogurt thoughts. Like, what is that?
I eat a lot of Greek yogurt. It's high in protein.
I have a Chobani complete probiotic unsweetened Greek yogurt every morning. Welcome back to the health podcast. Dude, welcome back to two healthy people. How much Soylent does Soy Pill drink? That's really funny because it's like soy, like it's in your name. I get it. Did you get the joke? Did you get the joke? It's funny because it's like Soy Pill, Soylent. Get it?
I actually don't drink any Soylent. I'm a fraud.
Yeah.
It actually tastes
you
like shit.
take
It's a
a
horrible
would you-
protein supplement.
Would you take a Soylent sponsorship?
Yeah, I think I would.
Yeah. Speaking of smacking sunflower seeds, I don't give a shit at this point. I've clocked out completely.
I want to be clear.
These-
I'm not entirely convinced that this isn't a bit.
It's not a bit. It's like fucking seeds. I don't know what to like. Are you a bird? Are you a fucking bird? I feed this shit to my dolphins, bro. All of the seeds have been rinsed off and fed to my birds. Soylent. It's a healthy product. It's a health product, bro. Did you know that? You know sunflower seeds get you hard when you stick your dick in the bag and you start humping it? So it's like a performance enhancer.
Did you know that sunflower seeds? So Smack and Sunflower Seeds is partnering with one of my favorite childhood sports games, Backyard Sports.
That's awesome.
Try
real?
loaded nacho. It's Pablo's favorite flavor.
Get it? Because Pablo's a fucking Mexican.
I didn't even make that connection.
Pablo loves nachos because he's Mexican. They don't have those in Utah, which is where Smack and sunflower seeds are made. 100% Catholicism free. Smackin', they're fine. You know where the link is. SmackingSunflowerSeeds.com/welcome. Not smacking, it's an IN. Just to make it more confusing. SmackingSunflowerSeeds.com. Like, could you get a shorter link? Go with like SmackingSS.com/welcomer. Get that link. Fuck you, Smacking.
Are you actually sponsored by Smack?
Yeah, I'm fucking sponsored by Smacking. I made like no fucking money off of this shit.
How much did they pay?
Like peanuts. They pay me in peanuts, which is ironic because it's a sunflower seeds company.
How much did they pay you?
I get 10% on every order.
That's not bad.
I don't give fucking orders. I don't know what to do differently.
I'll order some sunflowers.
You'll buy sunflower seeds. Just give
With
me
the $10
money.
from the page.
Dude, what the fuck? How much money do I even have in my bank account at this point? This show is in shambles. Mildly Funny Productions LLC is really going downhill. I'm in some shit with GoDaddy. They keep charging me. I have negative $26. I have negative $26. I've lost my mind completely.
What's
I've
the
lost-
lineup for next week, Rosa?
I've lost my fucking mind completely. I'm so checked out. It's not even fucking funny.
It's kind of.
We're watching.
It's
We're
kinda
watching.
funny.
Dude, I don't know, some fucking bullshit probably.
It's
Probably
one of
some
them.
more-
The film about the chimpanzee
Probably
that
some
James
more.
Gunn
Like,
wrote.
oh yeah, Human. We're gonna watch Human Z. K-pop Demon Hunters. War of the Worlds. And you know what? Because you loved movie 23 so much. What's the fucking ShamWow guy's name?
Billy Mays.
No, that guy's fucking dead.
No, wait, I don't want to watch movie 43 again. Don't make me do
No,
that.
you're not watching movie 43. You're watching Vince Offers movie, bro.
Wait, I have to watch 4 films for the stupid podcast?
No, the fuck you one. 2, the
Human
The
Z is only
fucking-
7 minutes long.
it's 7 minutes long. So
That's
it's
longer
insane.
than I want to. Well, if I watch it in 2 times speed, it's only 3.5 minutes.
We're watching the underground comedy movie directed by Vince Offer from 1999. Yeah, I'm gonna send this to you. I'd like you to slashes on the poster. I'd like you to describe this poster to me using human language.
Okay. The underground comedy movie is damn funny, according to Film Threat. There are 2 female actors, and they're holding their stomachs because they've got diarrhea and they're on the toilet.
But they're
And
like
they're
doing it sexily.
But they've got cleavage, and then the toilet paper shows the heads of the people in the film, such as
Which are
Michael Clark Duncan, Gina Nolan, Slash, and Joey Buttafucko. Is that a real name?
that's got music by NoFX, Guttermouth, Snuff, and more. And that shit's on DVD, bro.
Why are you punishing me?
Why? You said you liked movie 43. I guess it's just self-harm at this point.
All
Like,
right,
genuine, it's a form of self-harm.
can't wait.
Yeah. I'm channeling my inner Nick Mullen, and much like Nick Mullen, it's not a fucking performance. You remember the outro bit? Remember the funny outro bit that I'm committed to, even though it doesn't work?
Uh huh.
Yeah, you want to you want to do that?
All right. I've been movies where rape is the joke,
I've been washed the fuck up.
and we're composting.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. I was so phone. It was so fucking phony. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. I'm so sorry.
You know what? I had a fun time.
My eyes have seen the glory of the cleansing of YouTube, debunking SJWs and feminazis too. We criticize reactionists in hopes they get the boot. Just the robot marches on.